It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf, as utter dominance has moved him within range.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in the age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here. A good start. One play, 10 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
And this is something this defense is going to have to account for as this game goes on. He's a space player. They want to get him out in the open field and let him make his move. So if you're going to stick with him, you've got to make sure you plaster him, as they like to say on the defensive side of the ball. Otherwise, he'll burn you as he just did there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll run again with Harris. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second down and goal. Wilson. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. And a lineup going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Boy, it's such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point safely through, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Hey, middle.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Jets at 13-3 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Jackson. And complete to Drake London. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Play action. It's Wilson. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To try again after the sack. Wilson. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Catch is made by Metcalf. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open. before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, Wilson. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And quickly, they get to the line. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On 3rd down, here's Hart. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and all the way down to the 5. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
13.
Pollard will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11, 28-17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now out come the Jets. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
On the counter, it's Hall. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. His pass complete to Ruckert. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll look to run with Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Running left, it's Hall. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Hall again. And he is into the end zone. And the touchdown record is now all his. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
They'll try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Jackson on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Forced out to his, and he's going to go down again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derek Stingley picks him. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Ball again on 2nd down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll go again with Hall. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give running right is Hall. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's got it down to the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Hall on a give up the middle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.